All right, so I'm recording and then I'll share. All right, so I also did Adobe Illustrator, and as I was kind of researching it and looking at it, it really looked like it was a tool.
Hey, hi guys, I'm Ariana.
I'm sorry, what?
I think her recording might have just played.
Yep, we're good. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. um, but yeah, so it looked like it was really just like an illustrating and drawing tool. So I was kind of trying to brainstorm, like, all right, what would I use this for? And my first thought was like, okay, maybe I'm use this for making a logo or something. So I went in and I played with that. And this one on the right, I thought it just made me laugh because I was like, this is what I would put on like a bike if I was 12. It just looked really neat. And I was like, all right, this is cool. So I'll do that. And I was like, all right, let me kind of try and do a little bit more. And so I did this. And you can use kind of templates and lay over and do different layers of things. But then I was like, all right, how do I take this from, all right, I'm just doing drawings and making kind of logos to something that I could maybe use in my classroom? And so I was like, well, I could still do a drawing, but I could do it more as, all right, this is like a digital resource or like a digital anchor chart that I would use for my kids. So instead of having this poster up in my room, I can create this in here, and it did take a while to make, but once I kind of got going with it, it was a little bit faster. But this is something that I could put on. We use Canvas in our district, so I could put this on Canvas, and I didn't try and do any like interactivity with it. I just kind of left it as is, just like a poster. But now that I'm kind of looking at it, I'm wondering if I could add some of those extra things and make it a bit more interactive, or maybe if they click on something, then there's a reveal of some sort. But I'm not sure if that's possible here. And then this is what it looks like when you kind of open it up. So same thing, just kind of white background, and then my logos, they pop up on two different papers, which I thought was kind of cool that they split them up like that. Yeah, that's Adobe Illustrator. It is very complicated and it is very expensive.
Yeah, I'm lucky I get mine for free through my work, so that's what I did with mine. But I really liked how you were able to draw everything. Like, I think that that can be good because sometimes I look for like a stock image or like an image of some type of graph or something that someone's already done, and it isn't exactly what I want. And
Hmm.
so with this, you can do that, or maybe you could like add on to something. So, but I really like how you did that.
Yeah, I was disappointed kind of going back to the cost of things that even their free trial is only 7 days. And so I need to like after this meeting, I got to go in and I have to cancel it before it charges me like $30.
That's yikes.
Yeah, same here. I noticed that too with all of the Adobe um programs because I literally went and downloaded I don't know how many of them, and now I'm gonna have to go back, delete all of them from my computer to free up my space again, and then they're very pricey. So
Hmm.
like you, I'm gonna have to go back and cancel the membership so I don't get charged. So that was I didn't like that about it.
Yeah.
Um, and then to find that for me it wasn't too user friendly when I just wanted to go in and create something right away. Like you said, it was very time consuming to create these documents. So that's the other part of it. And like you said, the features were very complicated. And I also share that sentiment because for me too, it was very complicated to where I gave up and I got frustrated.
Hmm.
Um,
I gave
because
up about 4 or 5 times. I made like 4 or 5 different things, and I was like, no, these are terrible. This is too hard. But I was like, this is the one I picked. I'm gonna stick with it. And so I ended up spending, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 hours just kind of scrolling through YouTube and just watching like tutorial videos on, okay, how do you do a drawing? How do you make a template? How do you create things in here? And even with that, like you can see my end products weren't the most beautiful thing because I'm not really like the best artist. But I do think that with like that high kind of learning curve, I think the end products that you can make are really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So
and I can definitely
So
see the difference. Oh, sorry, continue.
oh no, go ahead.
did it have any training videos, or you just immediately went to YouTube?
So it did have some training courses. So when you download I just downloaded the whole like Creative Cloud for Adobe.
Mhm.
And when you go into the Illustrator section, it has kind of training programs. And it's like, oh, this one will take you 5 minutes and it'll show you how to create a shape. But I did a couple of them and I felt like these are nice, but they took a long time and it was really it was like you learned one skill and I didn't have time since I started it yesterday and we were meeting today and I was like, I don't have time to sit here and do a training video on every little skill. So I kind of just threw myself into the deep end and looked at those. Yeah.
And
Okay,
Josh,
good.
remind me, are you in like the corporate side of learning, or are you like school?
Um.
Like,
So I'm kind of in the middle right now. Like currently, I am a teacher. But I think I'm looking to transition into more of a corporate side.
because I
So
can
I
definitely
kind
see
of.
the difference in like utilization for this. Like in like my company provides the Adobe Suite, so I don't have to pay anything,
Mhm.
and that's pretty standard for like companies that I've
So
been
yeah, I
with.
think my district actually does provide some level of this, but unfortunately, my laptop's camera is all busted, and so when I do
Mm,
videos, I'm all pink. And so I ended up doing this on just my personal computer.
okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it would.
But also we have like preset like design limitations and things like that. And we have like for
Yeah,
branding, for company branding.
yeah, that makes
And so they
sense.
give us like packages of things and then you can edit them within like certain parameters and stuff. So
Mm.
they give us kind of the outline.
Yeah,
So
I had free reign and I just went nuts.
Mhm.
All right, well, thank you for your feedback. I'll go ahead and end our recording.